Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have covered Broadway Limited F3 units and F7 units several times. So I do want to cover updates of releases on occasion. So we're going to start covering these and calling them either product demos or show and tell videos. Show and tells will even be more concise than product demos. But we have here the EMD F3 units from Broadway Limited and Paragon 4. This is a February 2025 release, and we have four different versions here, including a couple that you would see on tourist rail lines and actual still on the rails today, renovated units. So we will take a look at these real quick and just show you a quick operation on the test track, and we'll leave it at that. So let's get started with the product demo of the Paragon 4 EMD F3 from Broadway Limited right now. Choose one for unboxing here, which is really simple. There's a little flap. There is the locomotive in foam and plastic, just like so. And under the foam is the manual. So you have to pop the foam up here, and there's a piece of foam on the bottom, and all sorts of paper goodness come out, including a flyer to become part of the Conductors Club, which we've covered before. It's a small annual fee of, in between, I think it's around $30 or $40, I forget, but it's just one time for the whole year. And then you can buy discounted HO and N-scale locomotives. Here are the function listings. And here is a little card going over how to avoid damage to the locomotive, how you can download the operation manual, and it also explains that it's ready to run on different layouts, etc. And we have the model itself. So let's get the other three unboxed off camera and we'll take a closer look. So before we go any further, I wanted to talk to you about the first two, the Lackawanna 663 and 664 F units. 663 is one of the only locomotives not modified, one of two that are not modified and still in operation as is, and it is operating at Steamtown, and the same goes with 664. So that's the significance of these two locomotives. Also behind these two locomotives is Clinchfield number 800, another tourist line railroad, and that operates in Oak Ridge, Tennessee at the Appalachian Railroad Museum. The previous two I mentioned are Steamtown, Pennsylvania, by the way. I didn't mention the state, but that is a very large museum. And last but not least, Chesapeake, Ohio number 8016 actually operates, or did operate, in the North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer, North Carolina. Now that was restored as well based on drawings and stuff. So a lot of research from the museum, but the first two that we mentioned are the only unmodified versions still in operation of the F3A units. So just wanted to let you know about the history of those since we got a little time on our hands. One thing I wanted to show you the difference of locomotives is the horn configuration. You can see there is a multi-chime horn on these two locomotives, and these just have single chime horns in two different directions. Items like that are Broadway is taking into consideration when they're making these models and looking them over, so they have the different variations based on the railroads they're running on. We'll take this Lackawanna here and zoom in even further and show you some of the details, including on the front. There are separately applied grabs. You've got a coupler with magnetic glad hands, the bidirectional horns we mentioned. There are very finely detailed windshield wipers added, and the glass in the cockpit, or the cab I should say. And then under here there are rivet details. You've got your truck detail with end caps. There's emergency shutoff on the fuel, grating along the side along with portholes, and crew access areas of the F unit. Sprung diaphragm. There's a little spring and action to it there, so it is movable. Another coupler. You've got your drop steps, separately applied grabs along the side for crew access as well. Got your corrugation along the side of the diaphragms there as well that is molded in, and more of the same on the other side, which you can see a little better the contrast there of the separately applied grab irons on the model. More fuel detail with the shutoff, etc. Snow plow there on the front. And if we tip the model up, or down on its side I should say, you can see the fan grille detail and those bidirectional horns and a couple other molded details on the top. And there's a quick look at the bottom for you. Let's Vanna White 360 the other three real quick. Here's a quick 360 of the Clinchfield. You do see separately applied grabs above the windshields that are really high contrast and that are not on the other versions. And you see that horn there, which appears to be a 5-chime horn. And last but not least, Chesapeake and Ohio, number 8016, as you can see there. Again, they've got that brow and the 5-chime horn. Alright, we have all the locomotives here, as you can see. Pretty smooth in operation here. We're also going to pull up Clinchfield and go over some sounds. Just a few though. Here's bell. Horn. Hear the compressor go on and off. That's F4. F5 is I'm sorry, that's the other side. F5 is increased rev level, increases the prime mover. 6 decreases the prime mover. 7 is the Mars light on and off, which we'll show in a second from a different angle. 9 startup shutdown. So multiple different sounds. People do like that I cover the optional functions, so we'll go to F22, which is the alternate horn. So those are the 2 horns. And we also have the Erie Lackawanna over here. Those are on non-powered track at the moment. So let's take a quick look at the lighting up front, and then we'll run all 4 and wrap up this product demo. Alright, here's the lighting head on. There are no Mars lights, it's all a headlight, so you've got number board and independent headlight control. You can also control things separately in the Pro lighting mode. So there are your lighting features up front. You can see those number boards nicely lit as well. Alright, we'll leave you with a run by. Thanks for watching the product demo. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.